going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Sports to the Wire. For those of you who are new to the channel, I am your host, as always, Rashid White. All right, so the Brooklyn Nets and the Philadelphia 76ers had their game one, and boy, was it really kind of embarrassing for the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, they actually competed for 3.5 quarters, but it was really, really, really bad because, like, there's the execution on the offensive end for the Brooklyn Nets was horrible. Now we're gonna get into the main news on this thing. The main title of the show is that they have to actually put Royce O'Neal in the starting lineup, and then probably bring Dorian Finney-Smith off the bench. He doesn't. I don't know. The impact that he had on Dallas is not really just translating with the Brooklyn Nets. I don't really see it. I saw it in a couple of games in the regular season, but maybe is that they don't have like a real, true, high percentage one-on-one player. Like if you look at Luka Doncic, I mean, he can actually command like an instant double team. I mean, you know, and I don't know if they really have that with the Nets. I think Mikal Bridges is actually there, but they're not really like running hard double teams at Mikal just like that. Haven't seen that just yet. Maybe he has to show improve, and then once he actually, maybe like next year they'll start doing that. But at least with Royce O'Neal, he actually gives you more ball handling. If they run Royce O'Neal off the line, he's actually able to make a play. And Dorian Finney-Smith, we've seen they run him off the line, and he just like looks confused, and it's not a good look though. So that's another thing with Dorian Finney-Smith. If they run him off the 3-point line, then you have to actually one dribble pass, one dribble pull up, 1-2 dribble pull ups. I don't know if that's really kind of in his repertoire or not, but I mean those are stuff that he should be working on. I mean, every year, you know, whether you're a role player or not, you should actually be working on those kind of those weaknesses, because they will do that to you. You know, opposing coaches, opposing defenses will actually do that to you. If you can't put the ball on the floor, you can't pull up for a 2-point shot, well, they're going to use that against you. So in the off season, you know, you guys aren't working to 50, 60, 75 something years old, man. You know, when you retire from basketball, you're not going to look like an old man. You know, you pretty much actually going to look like yourself. So in the off season, put the work in and actually get better. You know, that's for every single Brooklyn Nets member, including my boy Ben over there, man. So let's get to Spencer Dinwiddie. So for every good play that he actually makes, he makes like 2 or 3 bad ones. Now there's a couple of times where there was about 5 times I actually counted where the shot clock is at 18 seconds and he takes a contested 3-point shot. That has to stop. You actually have to move the basketball, and especially the way with Philadelphia is actually playing defense like that. The ball is going to move faster than what you can actually move as a player. So that's some of the things that actually has to change right there. Especially like I think I seen Spencer Dinwiddie with the second unit. You got to try to get those guys in the best position possible. Like the Joe Harris's, he can come up and set some screens for whoever's guarding Joe Harris to try to free him up some. And Dorian Sharp, if he's playing with him, you gotta actually try to get him to put him in the best position to actually thrive. That's your job as a point guard, is to get your guys going and then you second. The Brooklyn Nets wasn't actually playing hard. I don't know why they came out. I don't know. Just energy levels wasn't really there. I didn't see it. They I want to say they weren't playing hard, but when you look at the Knicks, the way the Knicks were actually playing, now you want that go watch that game, and then you'll say, okay, now these guys are actually really truly playing hard, So they weren't running the Philadelphia 76ers off the 3-point line, and the hard. That's what I meant to put in my notes over here. The hard double teams on Joel Embiid. There's no need to run. I said this in my last video with the pregame analysis, that there's no need to run 3 guys at Joel Embiid. And especially if you're leaving the corner shooters wide open. It's only 2 points. Now you see this, and this is what I said in the last video, that 3-pointers can just take the game, just blow the game out of proportion, where you can't really get back into it. So stop worrying about 2-pointers and worry about these damn 3-pointers, especially in the corner. Now, Mikal Bridges, he was actually off the floor in that third quarter for a long stretch, almost like 4 or 5 minutes. Jacque Vaughn, this is the playoffs right here, man. He's going. This is not a regular season game. All right, so everybody has equal rest over here. This is your best player. He needs to be on the floor if he's not in foul trouble, for a good 90 to 95% of this series. So in the playoffs, it's your best players playing 38, 39 something minutes, high volume minutes. There's no 31, there's no 32 minutes over here, man. It's none of that nonsense. Mikal Bridges actually needs to be on the floor. So that's a coaching error from Jacque Vaughn. Now, I don't know about the bench, man. I wanted to get into a separate video when you come to Cam Thomas. I've been arguing with people about that. Should he actually be, they need somebody to actually generate some offense. I mean, I think he shoots about 34% from the three-point line. I mean, if he plays under control, then I can probably see. But even like Edmund Sumner, he can, you need somebody that can actually break a defense down, get to the rim. And like I said, they're going to collapse, though. So Edmund Sumner is going to have to look for the open man or make some type of play. So maybe that's not a strength of his. Austin, let me see. Anything else in my background notes here? Anything else? Yeah. I mean, Spencer Dinwiddie, and even like off on the defensive end, that he went for a pump fake on George Niang, and Niang didn't even put the ball on the floor yet. So just bad defense from Spencer Dinwiddie, just a bad game all around. I want you guys to answer this question for me. Do you miss Ben Simmons actually yet? Do you miss him yet? Because he's actually really, really needed in this series. He just brings a whole different dimension. Brings different things to the floor, like not holding on to the basketball, making sure the basketball moves. Defensively, can post up Maxey and smaller guards. I mean, we've seen Spencer actually do that a little bit. He should be doing that on Tyrese Maxey, try to post him up somewhat. He's a horrible defender. Let's see. We'll see in game 2. We'll see the adjustments that Jacque Vaughn actually makes over here. Man, this is they should have gotten this one. I mean, 23s. 23s, man. They made 20-something threes. And they maybe, I don't know, if it wasn't for all that, they could make maybe 10 of those. Maybe the Nets actually steal one here. So let's see if the Philadelphia 76ers can actually do that again. I doubt that they're going to make 23s again. And we'll see what actually happens. Time will actually tell everything. All right, if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe. Certainly share this video. And when you share, the universe certainly shares back with you. Peace.